Oh boy. Oh, this will probably be a fairly long one tonight, I guess. Um, I've been looking at the charts for a little while, going back and forth. Let's go to BTC. BTC is king. BTC is what you want to be hodling, I guess. So, um, yeah, this is it. This is our TEMA 50 right here, and we have touched it for lack of better, this is good enough for touching. We still have 15 days, 14 days left in this month. So this could flatten out. It could pull up to that 50. At this point, though, I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're looking at um, this just being a rally, right? So, some interesting things on this. Let's go to the week on BTC. And our MACD down here this would be nice, but the same thing that happened right here could happen right here, right? That's one thing to keep in mind. So I'm not that hopeful right now. As a matter of fact, on the week, I'm seeing the six candle as a possible rejection on the 200 TEMA, right? So and then we go in. I got a little more chicken scratches, but yeah. So I'm not real convinced that this is gonna be any more but a little more sideways for a few more weeks. And if I were to guess, I would say another 10. 11. That would put us about in November. Yeah, maybe. How many months are in between us right now? August, September, October. September, October, yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is that in the next 10 weeks, we could be retesting. Last week of October. All right. Let's go to the day. Some interesting things to kind of compare on the day, right? So we have these we this is progress up, right? Everybody sees this. Everybody's FOMOing in now. If you didn't get in down here at some point, if you got in down here and you sold up here and then got in down here and sold up here, you did fairly good. But right now, your profit margin is shrinking in this right here in this channel. There is a little channel inside this channel, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll draw that. There's a little channel inside this bigger channel, right? That'd be a little channel. So that's a squeeze. So in my opinion, and I said before, that when you see this up at towards the bottom, that that's not really a good sign. You kind of want to see a jump, right? You don't want to see it like squeaking along, and that's this. It's kind of been squeaking along towards the upside, which is good because that translates to other coins, much smaller coins with that you can get a little bit more percentage out of and actually trade. But the last time I said that I was mostly in cash, I am 100% in cash. I have some vet that I am going to hold on to, but I jumped into ETH on the 4 hour, and I jumped into cake, but I got out of that pretty quick, too quick. Um, and the reason that I got out of this, the reason that I didn't, the reason, because I sold, no stops triggered. The ETH met its target. Something else met the target. But the reason that I didn't get out of, the reason that I just pulled straight out of everything at the same time was because while this stuff was here, Shiba had gone to the moon. Now, maybe I said this before. I would have to go back a long time, right? But maybe I said this before. But anytime any of these meme coins like seriously pump, right? Anytime one of these meme coins seriously pumps, that scares me for all other coins. It's almost like a signal that I should sell. And maybe this is just me. This is just kind of a personal experience. I don't know what to say. I got nothing that I can back it, right? Nothing I can back it with. No statistics, not even going to try. But whenever any of these things go up like this, I get real worried. These were small trades anyway. ETH, I was about to set the stop limit at the target because it was above target. So I was going to set the stop limit at the target and go to sleep. But when I saw Shiba Inu go up, I said, I'm pulling everything out. So I pulled cake out a little early. So there's only like 3% on cake. There's only like 6% on ETH. But that's fine. Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to throw that out there that you guys need to come up with your own superstitions, so to speak, right? If you're gonna start doing this kind of dumb trading. So let me see. Let me put that up a little bit more here. Let's see how that looks. All right, so that doesn't look too bad to me. So the other thing that I saw was I saw this line right here, which is kind of like a top, which to me is this is breaking, right? We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. We can kind of count this one here, but this is now breaking down, right? And so we'll have to see. We're getting to the bottom, what looks like the channel here on the 4 hour. We have, let me get rid of this so we can see a little better. We have our TEMA. So we've found support. And it's like, it's 3 a.m. I have a really hard time sleeping sometimes. But it's 3:30 a.m. So if you're watching this in the morning, right? I mean, this could already be bouncing up. This upward channel may not be over. This upward channel could last all through the week. I guess, oh, gee, I got to check what day it is. Yeah, so it's Monday morning, 3 a.m. Business day is popping up. We'll have to see because we'll just have to see. But I think we're looking at the beginning of the bigger money starting to pull out. I think we're losing a little steam. I don't think that this channel right here was that much to write home about, right? This kind of slant up. It's still continuing, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that. But right now, I am 100% in cash. Very happy with that. The only reason why I left these in were these in here were just to see where would I be when I buy back in, right? Because that's still a possibility. We go down to the 2 hour. And I've been saying for a while that I need to use the 2 hour more. And so far on this rally, this kind of little rally, the 2 hour has been pretty useful for me. Um, so we'll have to see. We may see we're between these two TEMAs. I don't like to make trades between these two TEMAs. Let's get rid of that. And let's add that trade pro rejection zone indicator, right? So I think, right, is when you bounce around in here, like this is where you want to go. So according to the trade zone indicator, maybe I'm wrong in reading this, but right here is your beginning of your opportunity for support, and it goes up. I guess if it's going down, it would be rejection. You get the rejection zone indicator. Yeah, all right. Rejection, buy, whatever. I have no idea. I think the idea is that it hits the middle here and it goes back out. You've got a good chance of it going up. So that's why I bought this here. I got it on the 2 hour. Actually, I think it was like right in there because it matched up with the RSI nicely. So that was it. Let's go back to so that's ETH. BNB is not looking that great, right? We are now, like, I would call this an official sideways. I think you should be able to see it, but let me use this to kind of, we have resistance right here, and we have some form of support right there, which we are now below that support. So that's why I'm saying that I don't think BNB is looking that good right now. And BNB can sometimes be a leader for me in what's going to happen. Let me see. So we looked at Shiba Inu. If we look at Shiba Inu on the 2 hour, the rejection zone indicator here or whatever, I don't know. I would probably, let me get my RSI up, right? I'm not a Shiba Inu guy. But if you're going to buy $100, if you're going to buy $50 of something, Shiba Inu. These meme coins, these things like the Dogecoin, Shiba, this really should not be a very large percentage of your portfolio. Oh my God, talking about portfolios. Okay, maybe later. All right, Sol here is underneath, not looking that great either to me. So nothing is looking good. Nothing on the 2 hour is anything that I would want to jump in right now. Let's get rid of this in favor of my moving averages. All right. But on the 2 hour, I mean, we hit this all the time. Our TEMA is spreading apart. We could go back up. So let's see what that is, right? 3% on BTC. So what would this translate into? We're in between here. So everything else is maybe not a good idea to jump into anything right now. Maybe if the TD sequential lined up or the RSI lined up with price somewhere above one of these support lines, where we're finding TMA as support. But even right here on Matic, 5%, that's not good. It's That's what I'm seeing. So let's go to BTC for the day. Let's look at something here real quick, because I wanted to kind of point this out, something that kind of lines up for me. If we just take like the big candle here, right? So on this day, we lost, let's say 16% on that day. So now if we go over here, that's 16%. Get our trend line here. And down here could be like the forming. I know this is crazy, right? You're like, how's he coming up with this? I'm just making this stuff as I go along. Didn't I say I'm not a professional trader? This is not what I do for a living. Right? But we could see a channel like that all the way into November. Yay, October, November, yay, put that big there. I might even leave this here. So we drop back down, develop a channel somewhere in here. Actually, I'm mainly just drawing this so that I can kind of show you visually what I'm thinking might happen, right? Because I really do think that we're going to retest, right? This little love tap here at 17, 18K, that doesn't, this is not what a bottom looks like to me, right? I mean, it's either a tight V back up to one of these levels right here, preferably this one right here. I don't see anything in the middle, right? So it would be preferably like right back up to here, which this is not doing. Maybe if it gets above the 100, it can do it, but I don't see it. And I would not, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to go look at, so you would have to go look at like years, all of them, right? You would have to look at, you'd have to look at the 70s. You'd have to look at like 1977, 1978, 1979, all the way into like 1984. You'd have to look at yeah, you definitely have to look at the 1997, 1998, 1999, and 2000. And then later on you have 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. These things aren't over in 2 years. That's what I'm saying. So nobody's, oh man, yeah. Okay, so that's what I wanted to, that's the kind of visual that I wanted to see, right? That's the kind of thing. So I think what would be better would be to move this over here, right? And I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think it's necessary. I won't forget what this line is. Can I give it a neat color? Can I give it like a crazy color? Give it a purple color? Purple. That just looks blue to me. My eyes are so burned out. Yellow. I never use yellow. All right, so yellow. So I think we're going to start dragging somewhere underneath this line, and it won't be until November till we get back up here and we start going up. And then we'll see more of a takeoff, more of a launch, right? More of a launch. And we'll want to see that launch get to 28, 29K, right? So as we go up to 29K, by the time we get to about 29K in the future, We want to be like 100% into our trading account. We want to be using our trading account as much as possible on our different trades, right? So right now things are going down. We're just playing with a little bit, but as you can see, when I jumped in, I didn't just jump into one coin. I jumped into a few coins. Some of them I jumped in heavy. Some of them I did not jump in nearly heavy enough. And that's how it works, right? But wow, Shiba Inu, I don't know. Story. Don't try to get rich quick with your trading. I debated on whether or not I was going to say something. Now I've already started. I guess I'm going to have to say it. Listen, you got to have stop limits. You cannot just, this is not a game where you throw all of your, I mean, I guess there might be people that would do it, right? I guess there might be people that would do it, that would take all of their money, go to Las Vegas, walk into the casino their first time, go put 25% of their retirement funds on the blackjack table, 25% of it on the roulette table, and 50 of it at the poker table. I guess there are people that will do that and just not leave the casino till it's all gone. I don't know what to say. I'm not a very nice person. When someone comes to me and they've lost all their money, and this seems to happen more frequently than I'd like. I would say that now it has finally reached to more fingers than I have on one hand. Let me put it that way, which is a bit disconcerting because they talk to me and I'm always like, I'm all gung-ho and stuff like this. But when they hear what I'm doing, how I trade, how I treat this stuff, right? It's not enough money for them. It's not fast enough. They can't start with $1,000 or less. They can't start with $200. They just can't do it, and then make $100 trades, right? Start with $200 and make $100 trade. And if that goes up 4%, that's $4. And everybody's like, oh, well, gee, that's real impressive. Well, it's like you get 2 trades like that, and all of a sudden you got free Taco Bell. And right now in this economy, I would not be putting down any free Taco Bell. But here's why. Here's the reason why. You're going to pay your dues no matter what. If you're going to get into trading, and I try to tell people this, but I just come off like an asshole, right? Actually, I come off like an asshole no matter what I try to explain to people, because people just, I don't know. But I try to explain that you're going to pay your dues, and you're going to pay your dues in lost trades. That's how you pay for your financial education, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to look at it. You're going to pay your dues, and you're going to pay those dues in lost trades. I've done it. I've lost money in trades. I've lost trades. I've talked about this before. You can make money if you win 60% of your trades. You can make money. And that's all I claim. I haven't paid attention to my actual trades in a while, but I would guess that it's a tad above 60%. But you will make money doing that. And if you're making $4 at a time on a trade, right? you still made $4. You got an opportunity right there. You can bank that $4, or you can let that $4 ride on your next trade and let that be $104 trade. And then 4% of that, roll it into your next one. I don't care what you do, right? Sometimes that's what I do. Sometimes that's not what I do. Sometimes I sell enough to get my entry trade out, right? So if I'm let's keep the math easy. If I make $100 trade, I get 4%. I sell that hundred. I sell $100 worth, and I just leave the rest of it in a wallet somewhere and forget about it. Right? That's another thing that you could do. There's a lot of things that you could do where you don't have to lose all your money. You don't have to go in. You don't have to go in and can you imagine being on the phone with me and explaining to me that you took your IRA and divided it among stuff you saw on Reddit and ETH and have not touched it since you did that in April? And then you call me and you're upset because you lost money. Lord knows I didn't send you to Reddit, but I feel for you. Um, but I think what it was is it was the mentality of, well, I mean, if I only do $100 on my trade, then I'm only going to make $4. So if I do $200, then I'll make 8. But if I do $2,000, I'll make 80. But I want to make real money real quick. So let's roll with 20. Let's put $20,000 on an ETH and then sit while it goes down, what, 70%? Well, maybe not where it is right now, 55%. I told him to keep the ETH. I don't know about GameStop, and I don't know about Reddit stocks. I don't do that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. There's a saying, right, which is buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, I've never been able to get on that train for some reason. It never worked out for me. By the time I hear about it, it's not a rumor anymore. I don't know what it is. I guess it's news, right? Nobody's telling me. Well, anyway, people are telling me, but my TA keeps telling me no, and I don't know what to say. Anyway, different story. Shiba Inu, I love you. I hope all these coins are successful, but I keep saying that some of these things need to go away. Some have already gone away. I've clicked on some of these, and you know, see, and this looks like a consolidation to me right here on Uniswap. But I wouldn't be getting into anything right now. But I say this so many times, you can't play this without stop limits, without setting stop limits, right? Because you're going to pay your dues somehow. So don't let it be with your fucking IRA, right? Don't let it be with a home equity loan. Don't let it be with your car. I mean, oh my God. And then people are, I found out someone that I know's kid. So this is a hearsay story, right? But someone that I know's kid bought a car, and not only is it like a really bad, I guess I don't know what subprime really is because I've never been subprime because I've always paid my shit. Um, they got a loan for the down payment for their car. A loan for the down payment of their car. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how that works. I mean, I've heard about people putting like the down payment on a credit card, normally to pay it off like the moment that that charge hits the account, but I've never heard of a loan. And people are doing so. Don't do stupid shit, right? Don't, oh my God, talk about stupid shit. Don't, you think bot scams, right? People are always asking me, they're like, oh man, you know, you would think that you'd be like writing bots to do this, right? You used to be a software developer, you used to be able to all those kinds of shit like that. The arrogance of and that's why a lot of these coins, a lot of these, especially the lending coins, a lot of stuff like that just hasn't impressed me, because as soon as I go into it, they're like, oh yeah, this young this young not even 30-year-old guy, or maybe early 30-year-old guy, he figured out banking and he figured out finance, and he just figured it out. And it's like, how arrogant and how incredibly naive of people to think that one guy out there solved lending. Not only did he solve lending, but he mathematically did it in a way that is impossible with sky high return rates on your interest. So I know people that lost money somehow doing that. What is a crossover? I have no idea what Celsius was. That it, or was it the Tether people? I don't know. Did the Tether people make their money back? I have no idea. I heard a rumor that the Mount Gox people that didn't sell for pennies on the dollar might get some of their Bitcoin back, which would be huge. And oh man, I hope it happens, because I really do, because I know at least two people have told me that that happened to them. They're really nice guys, and I really hope that, you know, you shouldn't get your stuff stolen. That's all. It'd be nice. Let me see. Bitcoin. Is there anything else? So yeah, so I think I said where I think this is going to go. Bots. Yeah, so yeah, you got to be careful. Don't ever trust anything about bots. If you're not a I'm just going to be a dick right now. If you're not a software developer, there is no library you can trust to write bots in crypto land. Period. You don't know what you're doing. Okay? You import some bot library from GitHub, and the next thing you know, as soon as you provide that bot with liquidity, boom, that liquidity is gone. It is now in somebody else's hands, right? And it could be like a trigger of like, once 50% of your liquidity's been withdrawn, it takes all of it. There's all kinds of code ways that you could do it, but it's just such a bad idea. I hear that's a big thing that people are losing money on, because like normal people are thinking, oh, you know, the rich people, they got bots that'll do this. Well, they also have development teams that work on it, right? Like I said, you know, if you're a software developer, or you're into software development, or you'd like to just dabble in software development, go for it, right? But if you're not willing to write your own shit and figure out how this stuff actually works, you're just going to get lost. I mean, I don't write bots because I don't want to lose money, because those things lose money fast sometimes, right? I mean, I don't know what to say. Markets go up and down in very kind of chaotic fractal ways, and I just don't think that a bot can do it yet. I've thought about walking a couple people through creating one on AWS, but then, that's a lot of time. I don't want to waste my time on it, and I'm sure as hell not going to provide any liquidity for it. Do. Oh, dude, I just saw your message. I don't know if you're still here. We can look at this. Do Binance. All right. So I don't. Oh, that was your entry price, right? At 5.1. Wow. Yeah. So you bought the top. You bought the top. So what would what would it look like if I did that? If I did that trade, right? So, because I got to be honest with you, I would not have taken this. Because this is right here where you should have taken it on the day. A couple days back. 4 hours right here. Ooh. I might have taken that at 4.6. Let's see. But I don't think so. So 5.1. Let's say like right there. Ooh. Okay. I swear to God, I love you, man. I do. But you should have had a stop limit set on this. A hard one. This is 4 hours. Let's drop to the 2 hours here. So, goddamn, that's already like 12% that you've seen it go down. Yeah, I think that what your best bet right now, your only bet. Some exchanges will let you do a stop limit and a target sell at the same time. I would not let this go any further down. What you've got here though, what makes this tricky is you are on the 2 hour, you are on this TEMA line right here. So you could get support, but that could mean, right, that you just go sideways until you do go down, right? Which is what would worry me. So this is why. And I could almost see why you would jump in this on the 2 hour, right? Because if I'm looking at this 2 hour, it looks like it actually did beat that one there. And that right there may have been enough to get me to jump in. But still, you gotta, as soon as you figure out what price you're going to be entering in at, you got to figure out what percentage you're going to lose right there. And I know this is not what you want to hear, but it is kind of important. So for instance, when I entered ETH over here, I actually entered right here. This is when I entered, and I set what my stop limit would be, which was 3.3%. It never hit it. But when it hit that target, it bounced around up here. But I had to get out of it right here. And I manually sold out here because it was my target. I was about to go to sleep. So let's look at this again. So I would not hit the sell button right now. hopefully you don't have a large stake in this, but I would not hit that sell button. But you got to realize that you are already, that's not right. 51000. So yeah, you're already at 11%. And that's boy, that's the stop limits, man. That's why you got to do it. You got to have something that'll wake you up. Sometimes I set alarms in TradingView to text me and shit like that. But you're right here on here. Hopefully you don't have to go to sleep, because what I would like to see is I would like to see it turn around, right? So if we go to the 1 hour, right, I would like to see it turn around and go back up. See what, and it could, because here on the 1 hour, it looks like it's getting support on the 100. But you shouldn't be in this trade. I guess the thing that I need to say is that you shouldn't have been in this trade this long, right? That's the unfortunate thing, is that you shouldn't have been in this trade this long. So if we zoom out to a day, just for grins, yeah, this thing got a rejection here and started to go down. So, oh, I know. This has happened to me. I've woke up. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This has happened to me. I wouldn't. Sometimes you gotta say, oh shit. But it's like, how many hours do you have left to watch this thing go either up or down? Because right now we're on a 7 here. And there's a good chance that this could be going sideways. It could go back up. 4%, 8%. Please use stop limits. So first thing that you want to do is you need to pick first thing you need to do is you need to research what you're going to be betting on, right? And this is a good one. This is not a bad coin. They're all shit coins if they're not Bitcoin. Please keep that mentality. But this is not a bad coin to be getting into. You have two things going for you right now. And they're not that strong, but you have that on the 2 hour. Which means that there is a possibility. And I did say, come Monday morning, people are not done FOMOing in. People are not done FOMOing in. I'm done, I think, as far as, because I look at this and I would not think that this would go much more. And this is right here. Ooh, 18%. But you see, it did 18% in just 2 hours right here. It did a huge amount right here. I think if you can stomach another, how long is this? God forbid. It's a day and 12 hours. That's okay. If you can, what you need to do is you need to set a stop limit. You've already lost that money. That 12% is gone. You lost it. What you need to do is you need to set a stop limit at some kind of a price. And that price is 4.3. So 0.0432, right? I don't know if you can see that. You set your stop limit there, which means that you're going to lose 3% more than your max loss so far, right? And you're hoping that you are in this channel and that this is going up in this channel. And the reason that I say that is because if I got a green 2 somewhere down below the middle of this channel, I would bet that. I would buy in somewhere around here and hope that we go up, right? That we see another big, that's a huge pull right there. Are there more big pulls like that on this boy? No, there aren't. So that's not good. So that's a huge jump. Yeah. I see what you were trying to do, though. You were trying to let it cool off. You were waiting for a dip, and this kind of looks like a dip where it could go up even more. So the bad news is the stop limit. So, yeah, boy, oh boy, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. But I mean, I might either sell right now and go to sleep and pray that it drops another 10, 15, 20%. Like, that's what I think it's going to happen, right? Because from where we are on Bitcoin, let's just look at this one more time. Where we are on Bitcoin is like a 30, 40, well, 25%, 26% drop from where we are right now. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen to Bitcoin, is a 20% drop. On Ankler, testing its low, yeah, this thing could go all the way down here. I mean, it could be low. It could, let's see what the percentage on that would be, right? 42%. So hopefully you weren't using your whole allocation. You weren't using your whole trading account in Ankler. If you do get out right now and it does dump, then you take that trade, you put back in, you've got a lot more Ankler. But boy, oh boy. So let's see. Let's look at Cake on the 4 hour. Well, let's look at Cake on the day real quick. Because Cake on the day has a red 2, which is a sell signal, right? If we go to Matic, it looks like it's getting rejected. We go to Bitcoin on the day, and it is in between here, but right here is our, I'm going to get rid of that line altogether. That was a 4 hour line, but it never made it here. So it could go all the way down 1K and ride this 50 EMA. UNFI. This might not have enough data. Oh no, we're here. Okay, this is what you want to see, right? So I wouldn't have taken this. Back here, this one would have been a good one. This one is a little long to be taking. Your high is the point you want to beat, right? Is right there. That's pretty clear. That's where you want it to beat. That line right there. Maybe I shouldn't have made that so small, but right, that line right there, that's what you want to beat. So right now, because is this another one that's going to be? No. All right. So we're going to have some. This is a risk reward thing, right? So once I figure out once my stop loss is, my risk to reward ratio target is always 1.5, and that's very low, right? So that's doable. My target on this would be something around, well, yeah, something around $13 is what my target would be. I would hope that would go up higher, right? That there would be a runner, but I would be prepared to sell on this at something at $13. So let's hope that we have a good morning tomorrow, because that is really what I'm hoping for, is that we do have a good week and that I do see something that I can enter a trade in on the 2 hour. The 2 hour right now is king for me. And if I can find something on the 2 hour, I will be in it. But right now, what the main staples that I watch, right, which is BTC, Ethereum, BNB, Cake, and even VET, these are all telling me that right now is not the time to get in. They were giving me a bad signal here. In a way, there's a lot of little things that go through my mind when I look at this, right? So maybe I wouldn't have taken this because this candle was not trading above this TEMA, and the TEMA was also kind of folding together. So I don't think that I would have jumped in this right away. And I've also been checking everything that I say with this trade zone right here. And right now, this is definitely not a time to go long. This is indicating that we may be entering a time to short, right? So I talk about there's times when you want to enter a trade, there's times when you don't want to enter a trade, right? So I entered VET in here and exited somewhere up here, but that was not that was also a small target. That was only 4.8%. So you do want to set your stop limits. Make sure that you know what you're capable of losing, and make sure that you've got something. So on that last one, right, you got this line. We're coming into Monday. Monday morning could be really good. Monday morning, which would be like EST time, right? Monday morning, or PST time Monday morning. But I would not count on that after 5 p.m. Monday, right? There might be people who are trying to take profit, and that's what I mean is the pro traders, they know when to short, they know when to take their profits, right? Okay, well, I hope that was helpful. It's really late. I got to get some sleep. I still need to wake up, or I still probably will wake up in about 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours at the max to take care of my dogs. All right. Everybody have a good day. Have a good week. Watch this, though. Be careful. Set your stop limits. I am expecting it to drop. If not this week, I am expecting it to drop next week. I do not believe that we have seen the bottom. I'm just throwing that out. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. But, all right. Have a great one.